Bama may control the SEC West, but it's tough for the Tide to control any particular game. Welcome to the Voice of College Football. We break down the game we all love each and every day with you. Best discussion, debate, and analysis based on your participation. Please like the video, share the videos out on social media, subscribe right here as we take you home to the national championship. All right, Tide staves off the Hogs 24-21 in Tuscaloosa. This is how it happened. Keep in mind that Nick Saban has never lost to Arkansas. He's won 16, now 17 consecutive games. Last time Arkansas defeated Bama, 2006, the year before Nick Saban took over in Tuscaloosa. He was coaching the Dolphins at the time. Also keep in mind that this series dates back, played every year since 1992 when Arkansas joined the SEC. This series will be interrupted with the new scheduling format taking place in the SEC in 2024. All right, now to the festivities in Tuscaloosa. Arkansas came out, second or third play of the game. Actually, the third play of the game, actually beyond that, because they had gained a couple first downs. They were out to midfield, and then Tyrone Bolden dropped a 3rd and 5 ball, delivered perfectly right in the breadbasket, no contested catch. And the reason I bring this up is when you are a 20-point underdog on the road and you're playing the monster of your division, Bama, the gold standard, you can't drop passes that are going to convert third downs into first downs and keep drives alive and keep the ball away from Bama and maintain a possession, especially in a game in which there's not going to be a ton of scoring. And the possessions are going to be limited. So Bolden drops a big one right there, 3rd and 5. Arkansas has to punt. Arkansas losses. They've now dropped to 2 and 5 on the season, and consider that Arkansas is 0 and 4 in the SEC. And if you look at their losses, they are marred by penalties, turnovers, and sacks. A lot of all of those in all of these games. Now, that's not uncommon. And speaking of penalties, the Tide has turned from a very disciplined, poised team and program. This goes back to coaching and culture, to a team over the last 2 years that is undisciplined. Bama has ranked in the bottom 5 in college football, number 126 last year in penalties, number 113 in penalties this year, meaning the team at number 1 had the least penalties. Bama, way too many penalties this season. Arkansas, Bama, and Arkansas got off to a great start. Led the yardage battle 81-29. Cam Little is a weapon. He's hit on 5 of 5 from 50-plus yards. He did that twice against the Tide. And Arkansas led 6-0. Again, remember the name for you fantasy football players in the NFL a few years from now, Cam Little. He hits from 50. And again, Arkansas, the first few drives of the game, were the better football team. Then Bama took over. Kobe Prentice on a blown coverage goes 79 yards down the seam. Jalen Milroe, with all of his adversity and struggles, pulled from the game. It seems like an eon ago against South Florida because he's improved so much since then. No, he's not going to be Peyton Manning dissecting defenses, reading defenses from the pocket on a consistent basis. He's a work in progress. But if you give him a clean pocket or give him an open receiver, boy, he can throw it long. And his first 3 passes of this game were game changers. He does not like to dump it off, and he hit Prentice for 79 yards, and it was Bama up 7-6 in this one. Jermaine Burton, the former Georgia wide receiver, with a 43-yarder down the right sideline. That was beautifully placed and beautifully played along the sideline by Burton to get the feed in, and the Bama deep passing game was getting the job done. Hudson Clark with a sack on Milroe to temporarily stall the drive, but then Milroe came right back with another deep shot, this time 25 yards to Ja'Cory Brooks on the other sideline. Another picture-perfect throw and catch. Bama led that to a touchdown at 14-6. And Bama basically maintained control of this game. They went to the locker room at 21-6. They opened it up to a 24-6 lead. And you would think with Bama's defense, it was salted away and they were moving on to next week. However, KJ Jefferson has played a ton of football. He's not intimidated by Bama. He's played in every venue in the SEC multiple times. He's been the starting quarterback at Arkansas forever. And no, he's not had a great season. Came into this game with 6 interceptions, but the offense is on his shoulders and he's used to that. Running and passing his way down the field, KJ Jefferson hit on 14 of 24 on the day at a 23-yard run that set up the touchdown that got Arkansas going, got them some momentum. So figure they come out of the gates, they outplay Bama the first 4 or 5 drives of the game, and then Bama takes control 24-6, and you figure for a team that's already 0-3 in the SEC, they're going to pack it up. Not the Hogs, though, not Sam Pittman. Jefferson hit Isaiah Sategna with a touchdown to make it 24-13. All right, that's cute. Arkansas is not going to stay in it, but hey, it's nice. That makes them feel good. No, they kept coming and coming and coming and coming. And on the series in the fourth quarter, there was a wow play from KJ Jefferson. This guy, I've always said it. And when I ranked SEC quarterbacks heading into this season, and I had a tough time determining where I was going for number 1 between KJ Jefferson and Jaden Daniels. I went with Daniels, but still, KJ Jefferson, when he gets in the secondary, he has been a work in progress and has had to grow into and develop himself as a passer. But one thing he's always had is just raw running ability, talent, and power. No safety wants to see KJ Jefferson coming at him in the secondary. And in this one, Terrion Arnold came off the corner and you got to see this play. You got to watch this play. Fourth quarter, Arkansas down 24-13. And Jefferson looks like he is wrapped up for a sack that's going to kill the drive at midfield. He basically wrestles Arnold, throws him off, and then dumps it down to the running back who's only caught 1 pass on the season. And he takes off for his zillion yards down the sideline to the 15-yard line. Then Jefferson with a nice backdoor back shoulder throw to Rashad Dubinion for the back shoulder TD with 11 minutes left. Then Arkansas smartly goes for the 2-point conversion. They convert that. Great catch by Andrew Armstrong. Caught 4 balls on the day for 48 yards. And we've got a 24-21 ball game suddenly in Tuscaloosa. And Bama's offense did nothing in the second half. And the home faithful, they were restless. No doubt about that. You could sense it. Arkansas then gets the ball back after a 3-and-out. They're back on the move until one of Bama's stars steps up. Dallas Turner on the sack. That forces the punt with 6 minutes left. Then Bama goes on what is a vintage Bama. Derrick Henry, TJ Yeldon, go on down the line of great Alabama running backs since Saban's been there. We could list them all, Trent Richardson and so forth. 5 minutes and 19 seconds left in the game. Bama killed the clock. They ran it all out, mostly running the football with Jace McClellan, 83 yards, Roydell Williams with 68. Bama rushed for 177 on the day. Jalen Milroe had a cold spot during this scoring dry spell for the Crimson Tide in the second half when they only scored a field goal, 1 for 9, until completed some key passes on the final drive, including on a 2nd and long to Amari Nyblack, the big tight end, hauled that in. That converted a first down. And again, it was just run for 7, run for 4, run for 8, run for 3 between Williams and McClellan. And that is Bama football in 2023. It very much looks like Bama football in 2009. Run game, defense, athletic quarterback, which they did not have in 2009 necessarily, but they kill the final 5.5 minutes. Bama survives 24-21. For Arkansas, is Sam Pittman on the hot seat? They are now a 2-5 football team. Do they get to bowl play? Well, they've got a string of SEC Western Division teams and also Florida that points to each and every week it being a situation where Arkansas can win, Arkansas can lose. They're all losable games. They're all winnable games. And they have the one give me out of conference. For Bama, more importantly, at 4-0 in the SEC, it's all in front of them. But it is difficult coming up. They've got Tennessee at home. They've got LSU at home. And they also have a date with Kentucky outside the division. And then, of course, the Iron Bowl to try to bring it home at 8-0. They do have some play depending on who they lose to. They can't lose to LSU, who only has one conference loss. But if the loss comes somewhere else and they defeat LSU, then they've got tiebreakers working for them against LSU and Texas A&M. Your thoughts about the Tide and their hopes of getting back to the SEC championship game? And leave your comments below. Join us each and every Saturday night, late night after the primetime games. Give me a call. Let's talk college football right here at the Voice of College Football.